So Carnival Cruise introduced these brand new rules, and some say they're racist. I don't think so. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, or welcome to Uncle ABL, and in today's video, we're talking about Carnival Cruise, some brand new rules they put out there, and some people say that they're racist against black people. Now others say, no, it's not about racism. It's about the behavior that has been let in recently because of the price drop. Just like with anything else, if you go to Delta versus Spirit, there's a higher likelihood of having behavioral issues on Spirit than there is Delta. Why? It's because of the price point. Delta is going to run you like $500, $600, $700. It's cost prohibitive for the poor person. All they can afford is $150, and they might not have that. So they got to go to the lower tier airlines. That's just how it is. With Carnival, with them lowering the price, they introduce that element that's going to do some of those things you saw on the list at the very beginning. I'm going to show you a video here so you really understand what's going on. This is going to be a class thing, although some say it's about race. And this is in, I think, a European country. So you got regular Europeans and maybe some African Americans, and you're going to see the difference in behavior. Let's go back. You see the faces. It's bewilderment. Like, what are they doing? I don't understand what's going on. I'm just a regular European lady. I have no idea what's happening. I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm older than them as well. What's going on? That's not racism. That's just a big time cultural disconnect. And what you're going to see here is more unity. As you can see right there, bottom left-hand corner, you got some whites, and we're going to see a few more whites. Although the majority of those here are going to be black celebrating, you do have some whites who are involved as well. Check it out. I'm going to just turn that down. It's just regular music. But you can see kind of the atmosphere. People are just kind of partying, hanging out. Now, here's another one where you have blacks and whites together, dancing, doing their thing.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I really just don't think the new rules are about racism. Actually, the new rules, I thought were the rules all along on the many cruises that I've taken. But, hey, something didn't go right.
Now, I'm going to pause right here. She put a little caption on here, and shout out to the content creator. I'll link to her page in the description. But you can see what it says when the wobble gets a little too tangled. And this piece in the purple says, do you see how nicely these two worked through their issue? If more people had done that, y'all could still be wobbling. So maybe they banned the wobble. Maybe the reason why they banned it is because too many fights that got started. That's going to be a common theme we're going to talk about in this video, is trying to prevent fights, trying to prevent any kind of trouble from happening on board. That's going to be the goal of these rules. It's not really a race thing, but let's keep on going.
Or the element that the lower prices allowed onto the ship came up with their own set of rules and ways to have fun. Oh well. So I'm good with the rules. How about you?
I'm good with the rules too, but let's go back. You see my man right here. Hold on. You see white dude in the front breaking it on down. Okay. Dance, bro, dance major in college. Breaking it on down. So again, it's more of a culture thing. When you have similar culture, you can come together and have a good time. It don't really matter what color you are. But then going back to that first video with the different culture, that's when it's like, what's going on here? I don't understand. Some are going to confuse that as racism when really it's a cultural misunderstanding. Now, let's keep on going. Here are the rules. Let's just go through them. And one thing I want to point out is that it looks like this is a back of a 4x6 size flyer. Just for a little bit of context, if y'all don't know me, I used to design club flyers back in the day, back in my early to mid 20s. So I would have been the guy to do something like this. I see the bleed right here on the side, this little gap right here. It's probably like a 1/4 inch bleed, maybe all the way around. And at the bottom here, they put that piece after they made the flyer just for online because it has hashtags in it. So that's like the cyber version of the same 4x6 they probably print out and give to them on the actual boat. But let's take a look at these rules. Oh, and by the way, There's a longer version of the rules. Hold on. See, there's a longer version of it right here, but you can tell that the ones I'm going to show you were put on the back of the 4x6, so it's easily accessible by those on the actual boat. But let's go back and look at it. Teen curfew. Guests under 18 must follow a 1 a.m. curfew in public areas unless accompanied by an adult age 21 and over, because some of y'all kids are bad and they act a fool and they need to be in a room really by 11. 1 o'clock is pretty lenient. I would say 11 o'clock, but that's a different story. Age policy, solo cruisers must be 21 and over, or sail, you can see it's misspelling right there, or sail with someone over 25. Teens age 18 to 20 must be booked with a guardian. So yeah, they don't want these rabble-rousing young people on there, buck wilding, no real supervision. They don't want them on the ship at all. Like, if you came there with your family, maybe they can rein you in. But if you 18, 19, 20, and it's 10 of y'all going to be a menace more often than not, especially, again, with the lower prices, inviting a certain kind of element of people on board. The fan ban, this is what I got to show you right here. So look, folding the Clack Fans, the folding Clack Fans are no longer allowed in nightclubs and indoor dance floors or for safety reasons. Battery-powered fans are still allowed. So you can have them fans that just, they hold in front of themselves to cool themselves down, I suppose. Although in the longer rules say you can't have those, but whatever. But you can't have them Clack Fans. Let me show you what I'm talking about right here. And you got to get the sound on for the full effect.
POV, Carnival Bands fans, but nobody cares.
So you heard that kind of stomping, and then that kind of, that's the noise of the fans. Let me just play it for you one more time so you can see what I'm talking about.
Nobody cares.
See, that's a combination of them stomping and then hitting the fan, so it makes a loud noise. And that, they said, was causing injuries. It was causing all types of issues, so they are going to ban it. All right, let's go back. The pool chair rule. So if you're leaving your chair for more than 40 minutes, you got to give it up. You can't just hold it all day, even if you're not on it for hours at a time. Behavior equals consequence. Disruptive guests can be removed without a refund and may fine up to $5,000. So they're trying to tell you, don't act up on here. We can remove you, fine you, ban you, maybe even lock you up if you do too much. So just don't do it. And you got to check in at a certain time. You can't be there the day when you're departing, trying to check in. You're late, acting the fool, throwing the fit. And you know what? These rules, in my humble opinion, and a lot of y'all said the same thing, because I've been reading some of the comments on some of the videos and watching some of the videos. These are the complaints of people when they say, you know what, I don't want to go back to Carnival Cruise. I don't want to go back because the teens are acting the fool. They might be on here smoking weed, but they pretty much banned the weed. They had that in the other set of rules as well. They didn't want anybody on there getting high, but it's not on here. So because they kind of like confiscate all of that before you even get on board. So they don't play around. But the behavior, the rambunctious behavior, the clacking of the fans, that's what they don't like. And a lot of black folks are going to be affected by that rule, but it's not really a black thing. I used to, like I said, do club flyers. And one of the main things I kind of pride myself on was all the parties that I would design flyers for never had any kind of incidents, because of the way I designed it. I just made it look like for a certain kind of person. If you want to be hood, you want to be in here smoking weed, you want to be in here pants halfway off your hind parts, you want to be in here looking like you're about to be like a criminal inside of this facility, you're not even going to be allowed inside. We're not trying to attract you. So the parties that I designed flyers for never had an incident. Now, other guys had all kind of problems, people being in the club, getting shot up, beat up, etc. And that's what these rules hold on. That's what these rules seek to do, is prevent that kind of individual from coming on board. Carnival Cruise knows that they have a high black population that comes on board. Everybody know that. They're known as the Black Cruise Line and a party boat, basically. They got a port right there in Norfolk, where I'm from. And right there at the port is Waterside, Nauticus, two big party spots, especially Waterside. And you got Granby Street. It's like all party stuff right there. So they're going to just walk from Granby drunk, Waterside drunk, and then hop on the boat. Well, they can't be drunk, but you understand what I'm saying. It's a party place right there. So they go on the boat to party. And they know they're going to get a lot of black folks up on the party. But what they don't want are irresponsible, ghetto, hood rat, loud, just not fitting in the culture of the ship. Yes, we're here to have a good time. Yes, we're here to party, but we're not here to engage in criminality. So you're not going to be on the boat if you can't abide by those rules. And again, it's not a black, white, whatever thing, because Carnival Cruise knows their customers. They know they got a lot of black people, but they don't want the disruptive ones. The problem with Carnival Cruise is that they lowered their prices. They got a deal for a 7-day trip from Long Beach, California, LA to Mexico for $510. So you're talking about less than $100 a day. You have access to a cruise. All you got is $100. They got 1-day cruises. When you invite that kind of element, you're going to get some criminal activity. You're going to get an incompatible culture. So my solution would be raise the prices up, raise the price point, because as long as you got that low price point, it'll be some problems. You can have all the rules you want, but you have to just stop them from coming. And the way you do that is by raising the price point. That ultra low price point comes with a very poor person, and not all the time, but a lot of times when somebody's really poor like that, really struggling like that, and they still want to go on the cruise, that's a certain kind of person that you really don't want to be next to if you're not the same as them. But that's pretty much all I got. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.